Baldwin was in that window of time in the 50s and the 60s was a time of, I found great curiosity, and we were able to, I belonged to a book club in grade school, and I still have my first book, Oliver Becomes a Weatherman. It was this little thin little paperback, but after reading that and some Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn stuff, I was able to live that kind of life here, running around all hours, out in the hills, making trails, and but a big part of that was hanging out at Baker. I would come over here. I had a teacher, Olive Randall, who brought me into the chem class. She was teaching chemistry at Baker, and she brought me in there, and I made ink and other stuff. So I was this grade school kid who would always come over here. I played in the Centenary Hall and Parmenter, and I knew a lot of the professors, and I was so curious and excited about life. Roger Boyd's dad, Ivan Boyd, he was our scout leader, so he really gave me this fascination with the world. But Baker curiosity was really nourished here. And I found downtown, behind Smith Electric at the time, an old round top multi-band radio, a wooden top radio. It was in a cool little box. I took it home, repaired it, took my bow and arrow outside and shot a wire up over the walnut tree still there. It's got this real high branch. So I shot an arrow up over there with a string and pulled an aerial over that branch, tied it to the elm tree, and strung it then into my upstairs bedroom window and plugged into that radio, and I listened to voices from all over the world. I listened to Russian jamming Soviet jamming stations and submarines, languages I couldn't understand, China. I got I got KOMA radio from Oklahoma City. They played music all night, but that was my window to the world, was that radio. And the cool thing about that is because you can't see, I had to fill in with my imagination. And that, to me, I really credit that time of giving me the birth of imagination and curiosity. So I was able to then pursue that over here. And these professors would always take time, point me to the library, give me books to read, or just tell me to go research something, and I'd bring a little paper back to them. Yeah, that's good, that is. And they didn't have to do that. But that was the kind of people that lived here, and I loved that. Department 13, for instance, is based on an actual KGB agent who told me I was in trouble with the KGB because of my smuggling activities behind the Iron Curtain. So he leaked word out of Moscow that I was on their watch list, and that's what gave me the idea of a good guy KGB agent who helped America, but he was a Russian, a deep cover agent for us inside the KGB. So having traveled over there, I set the book against the backdrop of those events. Department 13, the title of the book is their actual assassination unit. And it's dedicated to that guy, who I have no idea what his name is, but he did exist. And I knew fiction was a powerful platform. A lot of people will read fiction, and if I can provide some measure of inspiration, hope, those kind of subtle messages without preaching, then I'm done my job.